get the gang right to the side sex. Leave the fire and the roof style stuff. I'm on the grind like we're chasing the stars. From Millmore to Du Valley, we've come so far. Talk about legends, yeah, we know the score. Ronnie and Bobby, we remember you more. From the highs of the Wembley fight to losing our trousers, still we ignite. Red and white with the pride, we're never gonna bow. Fighting like middlemen, hear the roar now. We're middlemen, we stand up tall. Through ups and downs, we give it all. From Millmore to Du Valley.
Good evening and welcome to Terry's Talk. Tonight we have a packed panel. There's so many names, I don't know where we start. I'll start with Tiny, because I've been trying to get him on for a while. He goes all over watching Rotherham. Tell us a bit about yourself, Tiny, and let us know what you thought. We always ask people when they first come on, what was your prediction at the start of the season where you thought Rotherham would finish?
All right, lads. Many of you will know me from the RUFC Tiny YouTube days. Side, they don't deserve that. You've got to earn the RUFC Tiny vlogs. The sides that got the vlogs were all battling teams. But as for now, we're finishing league. I think we'll finish. You know what? You've got to be positive, and you're 18th. But that's only because we'll. So I can't get the job done.
I think we're having a bit of technical difficulties with Tiny's cutting out a little bit there.
Yeah.
On to, we've got the smiliest face on the panel. So we've got Sean, the Cardiff City fan, is back with us to rub salt in my wounds because I predicted a 3-0 victory. Sean was a little bit closer to it. How you doing, Sean?
Yeah, I'm delighted after this weekend. Like it was a good away day to remember, I think. And yeah, the only thing I'm a little bit disappointed about was the fact I was that tiniest bit off.
Yeah. I'm not. We got Bez with us. Another guy. Bez was at the game as well. So how you doing, Bez?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Obviously, we're all good apart from Rotherham. They really are annoying me now and winding me up. So, but we'll talk about it as the show goes on, no doubt.
True. We got Pete, who's becoming a bit of a regular now. He's the voice of reason, the most chilled out guy on the podcast. even I've got him saying bib boy now. So
yeah, I'm all good, mate. I'll say they expect to run your weekend every weekend at the Rotherham, so I always expect a loss anyway. So no changes anymore, does it? I didn't expect us to go against Cardiff, really. I did say draw, but they battered us, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And we've got Turbo Tom, who's been in caravanning in the Glaswegian deserts or something this weekend. How you doing, Tom?
Really good, Lee. What a great turnout for tonight's show. It just shows how much the channel is growing, and I want to welcome Tiny as well. What dedication, my friend. And yeah, look, let's have a really fucking negative chat tonight. So, and we'll see what comes of it.
And then, believe it or not, we have got Ben somewhere in the dark. He hasn't paid his electric bill. He probably had a bet with somebody that Rotherham would win. And if he didn't win it, they'd cut his electric off because he's in darkness. How are you doing, Ben? You went to the game.
Yeah, I'm all right.
You left early, didn't you? Did you say you left early at the game?
Yeah. The first time in the 13 years that I have supported Rotherham, I have left. I think I've broken my own record for the earliest time I've left the ground. it weren't even 25. Well, I say that. We didn't even make it past the 70th minute, and we thought, nah, this is. I've had enough. As I was saying, as we left, I think more fans left, and I was gobsmacked to see how many people have left.
Bloody hell. Yeah. A lot have been leaving, so yeah, I can understand it. Got a few comments coming in. Kaylee Wilson, is Hampshire going? It doesn't look like it. Unfortunately, I think we are stuck with Big Boy. It's absolutely insane that he's still our manager. Wigan, they're looking at taking Exeter's manager by the look of it. Gary Caldwell looks like he could be going to Wigan. They're going to get a new manager bounce, and we're stuck with an absolute muppet of a manager. But we'll go into his tactics later on in the show. We are going to, obviously, I'll ask you all your opinions on the game individually. Then we'll go through the player ratings as well. So I'm going to do it against what the Yorkshire Post gave the players. So we'll see. If we disagree, that's when we'll discuss it. If we agree with their rating for them, we'll just move on. Wayne says, up the Rotherham. Yeah, up the Rotherham. When is Hampshire leaving? I'm not sure. I wish you were leaving months ago, mate. But we will not go down, says Wayne Earl. So, yeah, Wayne, I mean, what gives you that optimism that you don't think we will go down? The only way I think we stop up is if we change the manager. But, yeah, we'll see. I want to be optimistic like you, but I just, yeah, I'm very worried at the minute. Majority of us left after the second. That was Callum.
Yeah.
It just shows that the fans are giving up. Yeah, absolutely. Danny says full house on the podcast. Yeah, Danny, hope you're well, mate. I seen the video you put out of Cam Dawson tonight. It's quite funny. Well done, mate. I did share it for you. And Testrig says bid buy out, up the Millers. So, yeah. So, I'm going to start with you, Sean, because obviously you're the happiest of everybody on the panel. So,
Yeah.
what was your thoughts of the game? 2, did you think it was a penalty?
Red card.
Red card.
Red card, even penalty.
I'd say we massively thrived under the circumstances because we were down to 10 men for the vast majority of the game, and we still looked as dominant as we did with 11 men. So I can't complain much more about that.
Sorry, Sean. I thought you actually played better. You stepped up 2 gears when the red card happened. I thought before the red card, the game was, I wouldn't say even. You could see you had a bit more quality than us from the start, to be fair. But it was a bit more even. I think when you got the red card, I think your players thought, right, we're going to show you. And I think you stepped up 2 years.
Yeah, because I noticed when Ollie Tanner was interviewed about it at full time, he said the red card just made everyone attack and dominate the game a lot more.
Yeah, you could see that. You could see it a mile off. And credit to your team, I thought. I mean, who was your man of the match for you? Who would you have given?
Personally, I would have given it to Joel Colwell if I had to give it to one. I think because he ran the show really in midfield, I think.
Yeah, he was good. I liked Willock. I did like
Willock's another shout.
And Tanner. Is it Tanner?
Tanner could be up there because yet another game he's got an assist.
Yeah. But were you surprised how bad we was?
Yes and no. Because I was surprised that it was still the case when we went down to 10 men, but I also wasn't. I was, as I said like last week, I was expecting us to win comfortably, and that's no disrespect to Rotherham. But yeah, I'd say it's a mix of both things, because I think it just shows how well we played if we can do that with 10 men.
Don't know what happened there. I think Ben's left, so you've jumped in his place somewhere there, but a bit weird. I think you're spot on with that. I was just shocked that we kept the same sort of tactics. We didn't go at you. We just kind of played the way we do. It was just pathetic, really, from us. I'll go to you, Tiny. What were your thoughts on the game?
First 20 minutes, I thought, come on, we've got these here. We were creating a bit. We were actually getting ball into the box, which were like, yeah, fairs. Steve Evans plays again, Joe Powell, Reece James, Rafferty. Didn't take his chances. Nombe, I think he had an headed opportunity and it nearly went out for a throw-in. It says a lot about his performance. I mean, Nombe, ever since we've signed better players, has looked poorer. So I'm thinking, I don't want to be negative about him, because he had a chance to move on, but starting to think maybe he isn't as good as what we thought. Because it's not hard to be best player in a shit team, really. But yeah, Cardiff, credit. They were, after red card, they stepped it up a lot. It's why they're going to be champions in six weeks' time. Probably, because I can see Lincoln taking a bit of a drop at some point in there. They've got mentality, but I can see them dropping off, and then I think just after Easter, yeah, credit to him. I think Cardiff were a lot better than Birmingham. For me, they were a lot better than Birmingham last season, and I think Birmingham, if they didn't have the money, they'd have finished mid-table.
Yeah. I mean, I've said all along, I think Cardiff will win the league.
I had them 7th pre-season. Just because of the manager they bought in. I thought, I don't like Sounder in me. I thought he sounds a bit cheap. I thought they'd have gone for someone with a bit more experience to getting out of this league. But fairs, it's paid off for him. 2 games against Cardiff that would have been absolutely dreadful in. Obviously, I went down to Cardiff earlier on in season, 26% possession, no shots on target, and it was similar game Saturday, yeah. Awful. I only stayed till end so I could give a bit of stick to the players. Like, sounds bad, but personally, like, weren't good enough. 10 men and we backed off. And to be honest, I was doing this sarcastically, because obviously Exeter, they were giving it fist bumps, so I stood up front doing that. Are you going to give? But nah, bottle jobs, a lot of 10 men. Manager, what's he doing? I'm sure my nan could manage better than him.
Tiny, did he go straight down the tunnel again after the loss?
Yeah. I only ever.
He only seems to come and clap the fans on a win, doesn't he? I think he's froze again. I'll go to you now, Bez. Bez, what were your thoughts on the overall game? What were your what did you think of it? Did you think it was a red?
Well, I've got quite a lot to say, so I'm going to try and whiz through as quickly as I can. So, first of all, red card. Yeah, it was definitely a red card. It was actually a brilliant play by Gray, because what he did, the ball got played through and he got his body in the way of the defender and the ball, and the player kind of momentum kind of took him into Gray and brought him down. It was a definite red for me. But with the game, I'm absolutely furious, to be honest with you. Whenever you've got 2 sides playing, right, in the same league, and one of them goes down to 10 men, that should mean a huge advantage to the other side, okay? Not only should they dominate the ball, but they should be having shots after shots after shots. So if they're playing the right way, they can make the opposition chase them all 90 minutes. And when they get to the last 10, 15, 20 minutes, the other team tire out and you likely score. But there was just no sign of that at all. Absolute no sign of that at all. Cardiff, I actually agree with Tiny. I think Cardiff looked better than Birmingham last season. Now, I think the league's a bit poorer this season than it was last season. I completely get that. But the way they played, the way the manager was like on the touchline, shouting instructions out, telling them where to go. When a good tackle went in, he was clapping. He was doing everything that our manager weren't. Our manager stood there like an absolute lemon, didn't know what to say, didn't know what to do. Honestly, I'm so angry. I'm so angry this clown is still in charge of our club that I don't want to go anymore. We've got Burton next game. I don't want to go because he's ruining it for me personally. They deserve nothing from game. I think Cardiff had a lot more possession than Rotherham did with 10 men. Cardiff had a lot more shots than Rotherham did. I don't think their keeper made a save in second half. We've played against 10 men here. Why can't we pass the ball around them and use that lad, that one-man advantage to our advantage? I don't know why. And do you know what? I'm so angry that I've lost my train of thought. All in all, shocking, terrible. I stayed right till the end, but my lad, he was getting bored. So we ended up leaving with that 2 minutes ago. So he saw the third goal, then we went. There were a lot of boos for Hampshire, I will say that. But he's still there. He's still going to be there. He loses to Burton, he'll still be there. He loses to Doncaster, he'll still be there. So if the club have given up this year, I might give up and not go. That's what I'm thinking at the minute.
Yeah, it's very difficult, isn't it? I'm going to go through. We're getting quite a lot of comments, so I'll go through a few. Ian Besley, can't wait for the segment about Amshore's tactics. To be honest, I don't think he even knows what they are. Alex Jackson, evening lads. Hope you lot are well. Evening, Alan. Thank you for tuning in, mate. RUFC, we need Hampshire gone. Test rigs, it ain't Ben's mic. It's his lighting. Might get it right one day. Yeah, he's having problems with the lighting. Alex Jackson, you should definitely get Sean on the podcast, who was commenting on the live stream after the Cardiff game. I know him from the games, and he knows a lot about the Millers. Yeah, Alex, if you want to put him in touch, we obviously have a Thursday show. We have after-match reaction, so he's more than welcome to come on. Anybody with any views, listen, they don't have to agree with me. I know I'm a bit of a divisive figure, but he's more than welcome to come on. Absolutely, get him to contact any of his socials, and I'll respond to him, and I add him to the WhatsApp group. Wayne Earl, I'm not saying he will be sacked, but I will give him up to Donny game. David Hotel will not come, as I've spoken to his mum. She's told me the club needs cleaning out from top to bottom. Yeah, I wouldn't take David Hartel anyway, so I don't know. It's not a great appointment for me. Listen, I don't want this. They have to be associated with Rotherham United anymore. I'm sick to death of it. It's a boys' club at that football club at the moment. You've got Richard Wood, Dale Tong, Andy Warrington, Tony Stewart. Now he's brought his best mate onto the board as well, that's giving PR spin to side with Tony Stewart. You've got Paul Douglas, he's a Rotherham fan. None of them have got any football knowledge. So for me, the lot needs clearing out, the whole lot. Sell the club for me. That's where I'm at right now. Sell the club, sack the manager, sack all the coaching staff, sack Paul Douglas, get rid of lot. Only one to keep is probably Tea Lady.
Lee, can I intervene here? I'm reading some of these disgusting comments from somebody here, right? Can we get rid of them?
Because I thought Bez was in there.
Yeah, well, I'm getting rid of him. Don't worry, I'm getting rid of him.
Honestly, what a pathetic existence! If you come on this, you're watching us putting stuff on like that, right? Get a fucking grip of your life.
Yeah, the little weasels, man, that have got no profile picture. The virgin's probably knocking one off in the mum's sock. Do you know what I mean? Like, get alive. You know what I mean? They sat there in the mum's back room knocking one off. Do you know what I mean? They've not seen a woman. They didn't show the face because I had them on Saturday and I said, show your faces, boys, and I'll come and debate you. But they got scared like little children. At least Sean's a Cardiff fan that's come on, got some balls, shown his face. These little muppets are just clowns. The thing is, Rotherham are shit. We know we're shit. But you think you're a big club and you couldn't even sell the away end out. Let's be real. You're just a bus stop in Swansea. Let's be honest about it. Yeah? So, yeah, you beat Rotherham. Wow. Everybody beats us this season. We're second bottom for a fucking reason. So don't get ahead of yourselves. Do you know what I mean?
They've also dropped at third best in Wales, aren't they? Because Wrexham's number one.
It's not hard to beat Rotherham.
Yeah, well, Wrexham are bigger now.
I'm pretty sure he could send a bloody local Sunday lads out. Yeah. Well done, lads. You beat Rotherham.
David Carroll, if we had 8 men, we would not win. Yeah, we probably wouldn't. AI photo of New York, couldn't find a real one online. Don't need to find a real one. Why do we need a real one? It's a podcast, mate. No, it's not bloody photograph shop. Danny reposted this stream. Cheers, Danny. Thank you. You're getting lots of comments in. I'll read them all. So if you haven't deleted them, I'll read them. I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
Blue and White Army, well done. Bushy, what's the score? Bushy, what's the score? Put the score on there. It's 3-0. It's like, do people in Wales have schools? Like, I put the score there. Cardiff 3, Rotherham 0. Did any of them go to school? I know the fucking score, you clown. Do you know what I mean? Like, Bushy, what's the score? You won 3-0. You were the better team. It wasn't a penalty.
Red card.
Do you know what I mean? Red card, yeah. Our available managers, who would you realistically choose? There doesn't seem to be a lot of promising ones around. A few got sacked recently in League One.
Gary Rowett.
We're doing
Gary Rowett.
Gary
Rowett is available.
Who's that?
One option only.
The manager who took us down last season.
Oh no, we're not having. Thanks. Tiny, who's your option, mate? Have you froze? You froze. Bez, who would your option be?
What, for Van at match?
No,
manager. Sorry, manager. I mean, I still think Guy Rowett's realistic.
Can I just mention all these people saying they want Paul Warren back? Deluded. Ronnie Moore came once, did well, had success. Came back, was shit. Greatest manager of all time. That's no hate to Ronnie in the slightest. Steve Evans, same. Great first spell.
Yeah, you never go back. I'm the same.
Never go back.
Rotherham fans are obsessed. They either have to be from Rotherham or they have to be a previous manager or an ex-player. Can we just get away from that for me? I'm sick of doing it.
He got extremely lucky, Paul Warren, in all fairness. It were a good few years, but he was extremely lucky. Like, I'm sure could have been the same. It's just showing us other side of what that boat could have been.
James says, see if Warnock would come back. Would you take Warnock back? I think we all would, wouldn't we? But we can't go back. Rotherham are shit. Fucking no shit, Sherlock. Fuck me, Jesus Christ. Sean, what's your opinion on what's happened at Rotherham?
Well, if I can be completely honest, I think, I think it is mostly down to the manager. If I can be completely honest, because I think it's been obvious from the get-go that he's just not cut out like to be a manager. Because to be honest, the squad you have is actually half decent, if I can be completely honest, and would do a job at most other clubs. But yeah, I think the overriding factor is Hampshire. I'm very surprised he hasn't gone yet. And I think that is what needs to happen if Rotherham are to stay up at all.
Yeah, totally agree with you. If Warnock went back, they'd stay up for sure. Cardiff was going through what you went through at the weekend all last season. Feel your pain. We had no shape and no idea. Yeah, I totally agree with you. There is some. How many trolls can you get in one podcast, Jesus? They're a strange bunch, these Cardiff people. I just put it on this. They have sex with too many sheep. Must be that. I don't know what's going on with them. Cardiff fan here. Is the anger justified, or won 2 on the bounce and drew 1, then lost 1 to the team top of the table? The anger is justified. We're in what month are we in? And we are now second bottom. We've won how many games all season? We lost 9 in a row. So yeah, it is justified. Most disappointing thing was it was such a big event, red card, no tactical changes, could have pushed the midfielder more advanced or subbed the midfielder for a defender, no system or personal changes. Totally agree. Bez, I mean, what did you make of the subs?
Again, bizarre, absolutely bizarre. I mean, again, we never hear anything from the club, do we, regarding injuries? Unless Rafferty was injured, I don't understand why he got brought up. I mean, it makes you laugh. Rafferty is a right back, right? And all season he's been playing. Well. Yeah, and captain as well, yeah. So Rafferty is a right back. He's been playing as centre back, and he's been our captain. For the first time, he plays him as a right wing back. That's what he started with on Saturday, and then he gets took off at half time. I just don't understand why. The other sub, who was the other sub at half time? It was Joe Powell. Joe Powell, I'd argue, has been our best player in the last few weeks. So why did he get brought off again? Is he injured? Is he not fit?
I think Joe Powell got an injury, mate.
Right, fine.
Injured, I believe, yeah.
That's fine then. I mean, but he brings on like this new signing who's like, I mean, I don't think anyone knows where he plays. He played on wing back at the weekend. I thought he were a midfielder. So he looks all right, to be fair, that new lad. I mean, you can't say anyone looked good on Saturday, but I thought there were an odd performance that looked okay. And the one that disappointed me a lot, actually, was Nombe. I know no one played well, but we roll that with so much reliant on Nombe that I expected him to be brilliant every game. I don't think he's as good as people make out. And if it's true that we got offered 2 million, I would have sold him personally.
You would have sold him?
Yeah, I would have done, yeah. I just don't think he's good, obviously. He's one of our better players, but I don't think he's that good. Like, I think he's just a good player as opposed to like a brilliant player in League One. That's how I see him.
Knockoff Nigel says best time to sack them a week off, get Amshaw out. We agree with that, guys?
Yeah.
Give them a hell, Sean. Mate, some of your fans, mate, honestly, I don't know where they come from. Around 20% of your ground was Cardiff. Swansea don't have fans. I think they've got more fans than you, mate.
Again, not very good at school because Cardiff brought 1,500 and the attendance was over 8,000. So I'm not sure 1,500 is 20% or 8,000. Obviously, they've not been to school, these lads, have they?
No, definitely not. How is Amshaw not being sacked yet? Do not know. As he's got no credit in the bank, Tom Swift said. Yeah, totally agree. He hasn't, and he's still actually at 2-0, closer to 50% of your stadium was Cardiff. Yeah, that might be right. At the end of the day, bums on seats will do talking or say no bums on seats, guys. Yeah, I mean, yeah, fans are staying away. Why was Spence playing with a known knee injury and Amshaw stated he had to play when Yeardwood was on the bench? This is a great point, actually. So I'm going to start blocking people. So I don't know what the obsession with the sheep shaggers is with children from primary schools. But let me tell you, if you're going to post that on here, you best really hope that I don't find you, because I'll tear your limbs apart. That simple, yeah? I will not have people like that in my chat. Absolutely disgusting. This is a family show, and people talking about children at primary schools. You filthy little rats. I swear to God, I ever find who you are, you will regret ever coming on my chat. Let me tell you that.
Lee, are we talking about stuff that happened in the 90s?
I don't know what they're talking about, but they're just a bunch of weirdos. I don't block people normally, but people are going to get blocked.
I'm absolutely gobsmacked by some of these people, these profiles there, what they're saying.
Everywhere we go, it's always the same chance towards Rotherham fans.
To be fair, Tiny,
every time it's boring. It's boring, it really is. They've got no else to say about it. And you'll all know chant what I'm on about. Town full of...
Yeah, but Tiny, they're targeting individuals on here, mate, right? And I tell you what, what a pathetic life you lead. Pathetic life you lead, some of you fans.
Embarrassing.
Right? And Sean, if any of these are your mates, pal, I'd consider removing them. This ain't funny. Some of the disgusting things they're saying here tonight.
Let's just move on.
I'll go and fucking blow them up.
Yeah, so we'll move on. Yeah, I mean, like I said, every single one has not got a profile picture. That tells you all about the individual of this person. They'll just be blocked. Bez, can you do a little bit of a job on removing some of these? I'm trying to host it. I need.
Yeah, I'm blocking them as they come along, mate.
Yeah, just block them as well because they're just ridiculous. So where was we at anyway? Pete, voice of reason. We need you here.
God.
Yeah. So I'll go through some more comments. As if Rotherham rejected a 2 million bid. Swansea struggled to get 16k at home and 1k away. Don't have fans. Cardiff have nowhere near. If we have no money, I think Richard Wood would do a better job, mate. I think my Nan would do a better job than Matt, I'm sure. Playing injured players.
Do a better job, to be honest.
Yeah, playing injured players when he will use it as an excuse in his after-match interviews. I'm going to go on now to his after-match interviews. There's for some reason I can't add Ben back. Ben's trying to get back in. Can you see if you can get him added again? I've put another camera slot at the top.
There's Ben now.
Yeah, he's in the bottom. He's in the.
No, he's there. He's there, Lee. But Sean's gone. Can we only have 6 maybe on at any one time?
No, we had them all on at one bit, but I don't know what's happened.
I think it could be. I think it's something to do with StreamYard. I just texted Julie about it. It could be something related to that.
So then he's on. You can hear him. Yeah.
All right. I can speak to you. We just can't see you. But we couldn't see you anyway. Let's be honest.
No worries, pal. No worries. I mean, I've got this. I've got this.
Yeah. So I'll speak to you. Everyone can hear you, so it's not a problem that we just can't see you.
Yeah, no worries, pal.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, so that's good. So his after-match reaction. So I've had some information for a while that one of the players' family is really fuming with Matt Hamshaw. So obviously Kean Spence has been played for a while with an injury, and it's just
this is getting ridiculously
children, man. So yeah, he's been playing with an injury and injections in his knee, and they're risking this lad's future to save his job. But what has Drew Yearwood done to not deserve a start? Any of you? What would we say? Why Drew Yearwood didn't get a start? I think he's played all right.
I don't think he likes Yearwood. He ain't playing, will he?
He signed it.
I know. I don't think he likes him.
It's crazy.
I think what it does prove is, no one's really sure who makes the signings, but, this kind of proves to me that it's Rob Scott who's made the majority of the signings, and the reason why Hamshaw isn't playing him because he obviously don't like him, like everyone's saying. So it proves to me that it is it's not a Hamshaw signing, it's a Rob Scott signing who Hamshaw don't like. But I agree with you, Lee. I think he's been treated really unfairly, Yearwood, to be honest.
Yeah, but the thing is, why is he not getting the start? That's the question. Why is he not getting the start?
Because managers don't like him.
I do think Nombe will go. I know he's got an extension year at contract, but do you see him go either this season or next season?
He'll probably go next season. He can't go this season. Transfer window's shut, innit? So he can't go this season. But
I'll say something about Yearwood. Look, it all comes down to if a manager fancies a player, doesn't it? In that sense. So I'll give the obviously Amarin at United didn't fancy Kobe Mainoo, did he? Amarin goes, new manager comes in, Mainoo's playing the best football of his life. It's all about what the manager fancies in that sense. And I think the biggest thing, right, with Rotherham United is the formation that we play. And I mentioned last night on the new Sunday show that we've started, right, that Hamshaw will never change his tactics because that's him admitting defeat. Same with Amarin, right? So he'll never change his tactics. The second he does, and there's a positive result, he looks like a twat, right? Egos, right? So listen, he just doesn't fancy Yearwood. That's all it is.
Yeah, totally agree. Lots of comments coming in. Lee, don't give them the action they want. They're so jealous of you. It's unreal. We know they would never say that to your face. Just ignore them. We are ignoring them, deleting them now and getting them blocked. So, I mean, you try and give a platform to people to be able to speak and they abuse it. So what can you do with people like that? He constantly slates the players and takes no responsibility for anything. He's the worst manager I've seen from a media perspective, makes the club look totally unprofessional. I agree with what Tom says there because I think he does make us look unprofessional. And everybody slagged Evans off last year for slating players out in the media, and he's doing exactly the same, but nobody says anything.
Why aren't media saying to him, will you change formation? No one's asking these questions, are they? Nobody.
No, the media.
The media that is a frustration. Yeah. They don't get to.
Personally, I think Butcher should get to interview him.
Yeah.
I think he should come on here and do it.
I don't think he.
Should come on here. Get him.
Tom should be cameraman.
Tom should be cameraman, and I interview him.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Steve Williams, generally interested as a Cardiff fan. You had 3 good results before us. Was that just a flash in the pan then? You are all seething. A few people seeing you as potential banana skin adding in. Right, so before the 3 games you're talking about, so I'm going to having a nightmare. Yeah, I'm gonna just tell you a little bit about those games, right? So before them games, we lost 9 in a row. Yes, 9. You didn't mishear it. We lost 9 in a row. Okay. Then we played the worst 2 teams in the league in bloody Wimbledon, Northampton. We got 4 points. We should get 6 points off them. The bloody rubbing rags, yeah? And then we played Exeter, Little Tin Pot Exeter. That's a good result to win 4-0 away. But the result kind of flattered us. It wasn't a 4-0 game. Let's be honest about it, right? So we had really one good game out of that. We struggled to beat Northampton and we drew with bloody Wimbledon at home. So where do you think we're going to be happy at that? We've got double the budget of all 3 of them clubs we beat. As soon as we come against a team that have got better players, like Cardiff, we get smashed.
You've also got to take into consideration as well. If you don't realise, we've actually got a good squad. We've got the best wonder kid in English football playing up front. That is true. He's the best wonder kid currently who's English, and we've got him up front. We've got a player who supposedly is worth £2 million in some number up front. We've got a midfielder who didn't play, to be fair, on Saturday, called Dan Gore, who's learnt his trade at one of the best academies in the world, Manchester United. He'd walk into any side. We've got a lot of players like that, and that's why we're really angry at being second bottom.
Yeah, totally agree. Agree, Jan. Our fans shouldn't joke about that. That's from James. Guys, can I ask what position Ronaldo wannabe Martha would play? Sure, he's down on the team sheet as a defender. Any idea? I've no idea where he's going to be playing.
Out of the squad. I'm stronger than him.
He's the worst signing we've made this season.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to me back spot.
Absolute terrible.
Enjoying while he's here.
He'll get in the league.
Paul Davies says enjoy him while he's here.
Yeah,
because guess what? Hang on, got a phone call. What you want, Martha? What team is it? Parkgate. Parkgate Retail World on phone with Martha. We want him.
Get him done.
They'll offer a McDonald's Happy Meal for him. You need a manager that will play football and concentrate on fitness. Your players don't run enough for you fans. And Paul, that's a great point you make. Paul Bluebird, Cardiff fan. You make a great point there because we were promised that we would be fit. He couldn't guarantee results, but what he would guarantee is we'd be fitter than everybody else in the league, and he hasn't even come through on that.
Let me just ask you a question on that, right? Because this is something that
I just start on the night
debate. I debate this with like my Rotherham mates, right? So we all don't like Amshaw. We all want Amshaw to go. That's fine, right? But one thing I would say is this set of players who we all think have got enough quality to get top 10, top 6, whatever, when they go on that pitch, they're not working hard. Now, don't get me wrong, the manager should motivate them. I completely agree with that. However, it should also be up to that individual player to run his bloody socks off. Ignore it, manager. He should run the socks off anyway. So why aren't players doing that, is what I'd argue.
Because they look lost in that formation, aren't they? They look lost. You look
What's
at
he
Rafferty at weekend.
Yeah, but
They look lost. Look at Rafferty at weekend. He's near his arms in there all game. He looked lost, didn't he?
Yeah, but Pete doesn't stop him from running around there when closing down. I mean, there were one bit on Saturday where Cardiff have got 10 men, bear in mind. They're passing the ball along the back 2 or 3, whatever they're playing. And Nombe ran to like 4 defenders and he was nowhere near it because he was on his own running. Why aren't other midfielders do the same?
I get what you're saying, Des, but sometimes when you're that pissed off, I've been there myself. You're that pissed off with your setup of your team. You're meant to look a worse player than what you actually are because of either one, you're playing out of position to help the team, which a lot of them are. So let's be honest. Rafferty is not a wing back. He never will be, never has been. He's not even a centre back.
No, he's not. No.
Yeah. So he's captain of the club and he's having to play out a position. Most people's captains, you look at like a good team like Arsenal, Declan Rice, centre midfield, guaranteed to start every week. Never really plays out of position because he's the mainstay of the team. Any good team has got a captain that is usually around one of the better players, usually, or he's guaranteed to start. Sometimes he's on the bench for us. Sometimes he's playing out of position. Yeah. Sometimes he starts and then he takes him off. It's bollocks, is what it is.
No, I agree. I think you're fair point. Fair point.
Some of the players have given up because I just don't think they don't believe in his methods, and I think that's a big problem. It is a big problem. Ash, losing at home to 10 men should hurt our manager. Just smiles and talks about the fans. Zero fire in this bloke. He's got sack at Wigan, not for a result, just because he was seen sat there with a care in the world. Steve, back-to-back promotions were built on passion and pride. I mean, doesn't have that. Do you agree with that, Pete? Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, we bring back the DNA. I haven't seen it yet, have you?
No, Ash is spot on because he promised that that's what he was going to bring back. And he hasn't brought that back.
No, not seen it.
He hasn't a clue what it is, that's why. He don't know.
It's February.
He's not a Rotherham fan, he's a Wednesday fan. He doesn't know what the Rotherham DNA is.
Oh, no, apparently he's a Rotherham fan.
You did get me laugh there. I saw that. So I did see, obviously, their interview, weren't there, with Matt Amshaw. And apparently on this interview, when he got asked the question, are you a Rotherham fan? He said, yes. Well, that's it then. He must be a Rotherham fan because he said it. You know, people don't lie, do they? Chuffy now. What set of clowns.
Conceding too many goals from full-back positions. Happens every time. A ball played out from wide and easy to tap in from 12 yards. And we're always getting beat down the sides all the time.
If you play wingers against Rotherham, you've won. Simple. Easy night, isn't it?
Good point, Pete.
Every time. Someone's got wingers. Every time.
I couldn't believe the time Colwell had when he had the ball. The ball up on the edge of the box. No challenge. No challenge came yet. That's a
no Dangar, that's why.
He did. I have to say, we missed Dangar massively on Saturday, and I think Saturday showed. They wouldn't have done it involved if you had Dangar inside.
You got a game in hand. If you win, you go out the relegation zone. You've got to win it, though. That's the problem.
We won't beat Burton. I'm telling you now, Rotherham, with his advisor in charge, whenever you go to Burton, it's a tight ground, tight pitch. They'll work harder than Rotherham. They'll get to second balls better than Rotherham. I guarantee Burton win that game.
1927 Mike says, go on, Tom, pronounce it.
Biancheri, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It is.
Thoughts on the signing of him?
I'll tell you, he might be good, Mike, but he won't be good by end of his loan spell, I'm telling you now. Because our manager will take him from a 7 out of 10 to a 5 out of 10. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, true. True. Right, so we're going to go through our player ratings. I'm going to go through a few more comments and then we'll do our player ratings. Ian Besley, the players have given up, the fans have given up. Why can't the manager give up and just walk away? Yeah, that's a great comment, to be fair. I think we would like to see him walk away. Burton have a good manager and are better tactically. Can see us losing the next 2 games. The only good thing is the Burton. Is it the Burton manager? Is it the Burton manager that's linked to a job?
No, it's not. It's not the. It's not Burton.
It's Caldwell, Exeter to Wigan.
No, it's Exeter.
Yeah, Caldwell. Yeah. Exeter,
I think Burton have got better managers. Worrying from recruitment point of view for next season. Even if we stay up, there won't be no Baptiste, Nombe, Go, and if we got to sign 12 to 13 players, we can't trust Hamshaw. Trainee sacked or walked. Steve Davis wears such a poor record at Burton as well. Tricky ground to go to. It is a tricky place, as Sean will.
Yeah,
Cardiff only drew there the other 2-2.
We didn't get a single win against them all season. Like they were I think they were one of only 2 or 3 teams that beat us at Cardiff City Stadium this season, and also going to Burton, tough place to go. I think they're one of the very few teams who play like defensive, counter-attacking football, and it actually working against those who dominate possession again a bit more.
Yeah, true. If Hampshire was a Rotherham fan, he wouldn't be killing your club like he is. That is not what a fan does. Yeah, if he was a fan, he'd know the job's too big for him and walk away. Burton is difficult, lads. They're physical and beat top sides, getting points. Yeah, and that's the problem with us. We've got all young kids. We've got no physicality. That's what I couldn't believe in the window. So it was a good window. We signed some good players. I'm excited about the Man U player that was at Cardiff. I've heard good things about him, but he's young and he's untested. We need some horrible person in the middle that's going to go through a few players, let them know he's there. A Guy Branston, Stuart Talbot, that type of player. Tony Grealish, them types of players we need in this relegation battle. Martha is the last man you want in a relegation battle. A lot of these young players are the last ones you want in there. Derek Adams will be a better manager than I am, so Jonathan.
He's gone to Plymouth, though, Tom. Is the Plymouth director of football, I'm afraid.
He's been a different squad every game. He's obviously better than Cleverley as well. They've started to climb the table since he started overseeing things. Yeah. Biggest problem is he hasn't got the players to play a wing-back system. We have players who can do 4-4-2 or 4-5-1. Surely people have told him at the club that the formation's not working. So, I mean, how many players has Hampshire signed? He's signed near on 20 players, and he's sent 3 or 4 back.
I think it's 16 or 17. 16 or 17, Lee, I think.
Yeah, surely you've got to bring players in to play that system.
I think he's 19. I think he's 19.
Could be 19.
We're only 14 before the January window. We brought 5 in.
Yeah, it's something like that. Northampton and Exeter were so poor. When we play off a decent team, we look lost. But when we play teams that give us time on the ball, it makes us look good somehow.
Just what I would say on the formation, actually, because a lot of, like, when we beat Northampton, a lot of fans, and me and Pete had a bit of a debate about this on one of the previous shows, a lot of fans said we moved to a 4-4-2 in that game, and then we won the game. He actually moved to a 4-4-2 on Saturday as well, if people noticed. And it made no difference whatsoever. So I just want to put that out there as well.
Yeah. Tom Swift says 17 players is signed. A few fans celebrated the win against Northampton and Exeter like we won the FA Cup. That's how embarrassing it is at the minute at the club. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, more people were coming at me saying, "Where's your hammy out people now?" Because we beat Exeter. I certainly gave Ted Can a go, as well as Dawson. I mean, what I've seen of Ted Cam, he looks worse than Dawson, if that's even possible.
What was Dawson doing for their second goal, though? Like, it just looked like the kid, like, stepped at right and passed into an empty net. What were he doing for that second goal, Dawson?
God knows, mate.
Anyone know?
No, don't know. Absolutely no idea. Martha looked at the ground. He looked awful at your ground. Yeah, he's been terrible. Don't know if it's been mentioned, but some footage doing the rounds of Rotherham players smashing Davis off the ball wasn't booked at the time. Video doing the rounds, very bad, ban possible.
I've not seen it.
I've not seen that, mate. But if you tag us in the socials, we'll have a look at it. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Right, so we're going to run through our player ratings quickly. So we're going to start with the goalkeeper, Cam Dawson. So I'm going to give you the score that the Yorkshire Post give him. So are we in agreement? If we are, we just move on. If we're not, we'll discuss it a bit more. So they gave him a 6 out of 10. That fair?
I'd go lower, 4 me.
I'll go 4 with Bez, yeah. 4.
Tom, 4.
I'll look back on the match yesterday. 5. It's elementary, isn't it? It was crap.
Yeah. Yeah, so obviously they went 6. So you two said 4, that went 6. I think 6 was fair. So we'll agree on a 5 then for Dawson. Anybody in the chat think different? So we've got 6 from Christian Davis, 6 from Jonathan.
I think that's a 4, yeah.
He'll give a 4. I don't think we're a million miles away with that. Rafferty next. They gave him a 6 as well. Full of energy, apparently, the Yorkshire Post said.
4.
6.
Yeah, played one off, didn't he? So I just give it 5, me personally.
5. Yeah, we'll go with 5.
Let's go 5, Lee. Why not?
Did Hampshire say why he got brought up at half time in his? Because I've got his post match. I'm not going to lie.
Tactical change. You changed the system. He said.
Well, so he changed it from a 3-5-2 to a 3-5-2. Right, okay.
Yeah. No, I reckon he went to a 4 in his interview. I think.
Right. Okay.
Callum says 4. He's a Wednesday fan like Amy. 1 out of 10.
Yeah, Dawson's on the right. Yeah.
Yeah, Dawson. This is Ben, by the way. Hi, Ben. You must have disappeared out of the chat. Ben says a 4. Your defence looked better with him than without him. Yeah, I don't think he's a bad player, Rafferty. But Zach Jules, he got a 5 on here.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody agree on 5. Everyone in the chat believe 5. Next one was a bit of a shock for me because I've been impressed with this kid, but thought it was his worst game for us. Jamal Baptiste. They give him a 5.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well.
Yeah.
Agree with that.
Do you know what? Do you know what, Lee? I'm going to change it all. I'd give them all a fucking 1. To be honest with you, right? Because we're playing against 10 men at home and we lost 3-0. How can you get even above a 2?
Yeah, I agree with Tom there.
That means, Tom, you must think mine didn't do too badly then. Players.
I mean, seriously, lads. We're playing against 10 men at home. It was King Ronnie's day. Fans up for it. Let's have a go. It's 0-0. They go out of 10, right? We completely capitulate. In no realm of possibility in the world, right? Should you lose 3-0 to 10 men. I don't care who they are, right? You got an extra player, right? This is not amateur football. This is professional football. You create the space. You've got the overload. You've got the extra man. You do not lose at home 3-0 to 10 men, right? This is a pub league, right? And we're rating these players here, right? Saying, oh, he's a 5, he's a 6. No, do you know what? They should all get 1.
Josh Smith agrees with you. He says 1 weak as pissed for his size. 1 useless. Marshall. RUFC Tiny said 3. Jordan Stanford a 5. Definitely a dipping performance compared to recent weeks. 5 for Baptiste. All useless. The joys of Rotherham. Thought Baptiste was poor. Needs to be more aggressive. I think he normally is. I don't know what was up with him.
He is, but this is the whole point, though, Lee. We're playing against 10 men. They went down to 10 men at 0-0. We're at home. We're the home team. We're Rotherham United. We're Championship 2 years ago. We beat Cardiff 5-2, 5-3. couple of seasons back, right? What the hell is going on? You can accept losing to 10 men if it's a narrow victory and they played their part where they sit in and hit you on the counter, right? But you don't accept losing to 10 men when it's 3-0 to the other team. No chance. Nobody can accept that. The board shouldn't accept that. Even the manager should say, look, that was pathetic. He came out with, oh, it's Jekyll and Hyde, Jekyll and Hyde. I don't give a shit if it's Jekyll and Hyde, Matt, right? It's called consistency. Consistency is key, right? That was utterly pathetic, right? Sorry. Apologies, gents. I'm just really angry.
Jonathan said, if it's any consolidation, you look better than Wigan, even though you got a worse score. They didn't
change the manager there, haven't they?
You can also played against 11 men. That's the thing.
Change the manager. They've changed that. They'll be fine now. They'll be absolutely fine. So now we're battling with Doncaster.
-10. Someone's lost his head. Luke Marshall.
I think Tom lost his head at the start of this, to be fair.
I actually have. Honestly, it's at a point now, right? Some of them comments there tonight really pissed me off about Lee, right? And I think that's awful. And I'll tell you what, even talking about my own team has actually pissed me off even more. So apologies, gentlemen. I am calm. I'm okay. I'm very tired. But look, let's let the show go on.
Yeah, like I said, Tom, the comments, they can aim them at me all they want, yeah? But they're going to have to look in the mirror, and they're not as good looking as me. They're going to have to go and have sex with the hand while I have sex with a sexy woman, yeah? They hide their faces like little bitches, yeah? They come on, and it's their moment of fame. They're watching us. I'm not watching them. I don't even know they exist.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I don't see Buddha Mist. I don't even see them. I don't even know they exist. These are nobodies. Yeah? I drive in a car. I drive around in a car that's worth more than the little council flat that they're living in with the mum. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not worried. Yeah. So don't worry about it, Tom. It's all good. We're gonna rate Reece James now. So steady yourself. Steady yourself. Reece James. He actually got a 6 from Yorkshire Post.
A 6. Right. Okay. Yeah. Why not?
Can we just give one to it? Like Tom said, they all deserve a 1.
Yeah.
I agree with Tom. I agree with Tom completely, mate.
Thank you, Pete. Thanks, Pete.
No one should get higher than 3. Nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody. Well, you're embarrassing.
We're just everyone's getting a 3. 10 men, and we didn't have Zed Striker on the field just to rub it in.
Yeah, that's right. We actually
one useless. Sorry, Sean. What were we saying?
Yeah, we actually didn't. We played with a false 9 today in Kellyman, which I knew was the best way to approach the game.
Yeah.
Because I talked about this on Thursday, I think. But I knew this was the best way to approach the game, and it paid off. Yeah.
He's one useless prick. Him. If I was, I'd have resigned out of embarrassment, and I'd have got the next train out of Rotherham and moved away. I think he's on about Matt. I'm sure 10 men, and we didn't. Oh yeah, I just read that one. People go to the match for an escape for stress of the week at work and life. To get into football at the minute, it is just depressing. That's
the best comment. That brilliant.
Yeah, great comment, Tom. Totally agree, because it is depressing at the minute watching this football. It is just so bad. I can't give you a game that Matt Hamshaw has managed where we've played well for 90 minutes. I cannot give you one game. That's telling you how bad it is. It's horrible to see you all stressed and annoyed again. I feel for you all, I really do. Sean would make a better manager and manage one of the teams in Kimmie Park Charity Cup. Yeah, totally agree. Alex Jackson. James is pony one. I'd send him back to Wednesday. Our striker, Salak, is injured. Right, yeah. And that's the other thing. So that's what oh, God, you've got me going again, Jonathan. Cardiff had their best player injured. And they had 10 men. And our manager is going on about injuries is why we lost again.
Did he talk about injuries again on Saturday? Did he?
Yeah. So he's mentioned that we're missing Dango. It's quite frustrating he can't get his best 11 out. We signed, the other guy we signed who didn't even get on the bench. We signed him injured.
Bloody hell.
So he was never going to play. So we knew he was injured and we still signed him. It's absolute crackers. Yeah.
Just like to add, our two best players were injured. So Salak and
All right.
Are you a sole producer, Sean? Yeah. Do you want to pour that all over our wounds, mate? I tell you what, absolutely incredible. Honestly, what a state we are in right now. Right. I was hoping for 2 resignations today. Matt Hamshaw and Keir Starmer got nothing.
And Starmer got either.
No.
What is going on? And my season ticket bought and paid for and considering staying away for the Donny game. If we lose at Burton, then Hamshaw is still in charge. I don't know if anyone has played well for full 90 minutes, not even for us. It's poor league, isn't it? There's no aggression in the team anymore. Getting done all over the park, conceding too many set pieces from wing-back positions every time. That's a great comment from Jordan Staniforth. Totally agree with you, mate. If Ruben Calder is injured as well, post his brother Joel. Get me a beer whilst you're there. I think someone wants a beer from you, Tom. We were without Salak and Ruben Caldwell, the manager, just had us drilled. The players can step in and do a job, as everyone knows their role, something we haven't had for years. Yeah, you did look well drilled and you seemed to know what you were doing, and we didn't. Lawyer is best player playing centre-back, also is out injured. Bloody hell, are you trying to cheer us up or what here, Cardiff? Oh, Jesus.
It does show, though, Lee. It does show that his excuse of us having loads of injuries all year is absolute bollocks, really. Because every club has injuries. Every club has injuries.
People are swallowing it, though, Bez. People are actually swallowing it. Yeah? Everybody has injuries. That's part and parcel of football now. That's why it's called a squad game. But we can't do that. We have to blame everything. That I'm sure does take no responsibility whatsoever. That's what frustrates me about him. Only game I've enjoyed, Lee, is the Lincoln game at New York. And get a feeling there won't be another. Yeah, that was the only game I enjoyed, but we didn't play well for 2 halves. It was only 1. But yeah, that was a good game. The best I've seen us play at all for probably 3 years was under Steve Evans against Charlton at New York Stadium.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the vaulting game as well under Evans.
Danny, can we have a few Monday night games? Sick of weekends being ruined. Yeah, totally agree, Danny, mate. Thoughts on this, lads? If we lose at Burton next Tuesday, which is a tough place to go, confidence will be low going into our massive local derby against the Caravan Club and probably no Dango playing, which Rotherham United will turn up for this game. We lose this game, there's no coming back with the Romarsh. Batista, surely no excuses. Tony Stewart gives him P45 and some balls. Yeah, I mean, if we lose at Burton, I dread.
We will. We'll
lose at Burton, yeah.
If he doesn't sack him after the Burton game, and it goes into the Donny game, and we lose at Donny, it will be serious trouble. There'll be trouble.
We're down. We'll be down. That's us relegated.
I think there'll be people on the pitch. I think the stadium will get damaged as well. I think people will have just had enough by then. If there's enough people there to watch it, I mean, when I went to the Blackpool game, people were clapping us off after getting spanked at home. So God only knows what these people will do. Mansfield had a worse injury issues than us, and they're doing okay. We would have gone to bits, a few key injuries in the past. We were shapeless and circling the drain in the Championship. Get a manager with a plan, and there's loads more resilience. Yeah, I'm not. This is the thing. The frustrating thing is, I don't dislike this group of players. I dislike the manager. I think we do need some extra steel in the team. Somebody that's going to get stuck in, and we're not going to get that now. But yeah, I think the manager is killing us. Nathan Jones plays horrible football as well, though. I would have took Nathan Jones, to tell you that, over this guy. If we lose to Donny, it will turn toxic. Donny looked all right against us. Beat them 4-3, though.
How's it not turned toxic, Dolly? How's it not turned toxic? In reply to Callum there. How's it not gone toxic? We've been saying it should have gone toxic for weeks, but it's still not happened. Me and you at the Blackpool.
I think what it is,
the Blackpool game, mate. We lost 3-0, and they're all going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think a lot of it as well is a lot believe the PA spin. They believe the PA spin. The PR of the club. I think they just believe it.
You can't delete them as well.
So yeah, just don't show them on the screen, mate. Anyway. It's embarrassing. The football club is a bit of a mess at the minute. So Reece James, we've done him. Next player is Powell. He went off injured. What were you rating for Powell? They give him a 5.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Just a 5. Again, you're only on for the first half, and it sounds like you were injured all game anyway. So,
yeah, he weren't very good. So Joe Powell 5. Anybody else on that?
5. Yeah, let's go with 5.
Go with 5. Who's the next one? Kean Spence playing with injury. What would we give him?
To be fair to him, fair play to him. If he's playing with an injury, if he's playing with injections, if he's having his career endangered by this football club, you know what? I'll give him a 10. You know what? At least he's trying to, do something. However, realistically, within the game, 4.
4.
Yeah, don't
Happy
disagree.
with 4, guys. Happy with 4. Next one, Sean McWilliams. He got a really low score, actually. They give him a 4.
He's give up, Sean, hasn't he? He's not bothered.
Yeah.
He ain't bothered now.
I think he's playing out of position, though, as well.
Oh, potentially easily, but I think he's potentially giving up. And you know what? Why would you even try and play if you get him employed in the wrong position, the wrong system, the same old nonsense? So do you know what? I wouldn't risk doing my hamstrings chasing for balls. So let's give him a 4.
He was good under Evans, wasn't he? He was a good player under Evans.
Yeah,
he got stuck in, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a player that you need. He gets stuck in, doesn't he? Scott Kent says a 2. Danny says a 2.
Been a lot kinder than me.
Gary Lilly says, can any of you lads explain to me what the manager does with these players in training, or don't they train at all? What do you think he does with them in training?
I don't think no one knows, do they? Really?
They play
It's not
tiddlywinks. Tiddlywinks. That's what they do. They play tiddlywinks and Mickey's and probably Monopoly or something, and then catch the badger in the field or something. I don't know.
We don't do much football training anyway.
No, do they? Bollocks.
And he's giving him a 2. So, yeah, a 2. So, who's the next one? Sam Nombe.
6. When
Yeah. He ran around a bit, to be fair to him.
Yeah, he ran around. I mean, he didn't do much, did he? But, yeah, difficult one, that. Does Nafor because they didn't listen to him. He said so himself. That's regarding the manager. Tom, the side must be the most unfit Rotherham squad we have had. Yeah, because if they're usually injured half the time. I'll see you again next week, lads. No training again this week.
Yeah. It's all about I'm sure, like it.
Yeah, that's a good one, that.
Yeah.
Nombe looked like he was trying, but didn't have a lot more than the others. Yeah, he were running around, but a bit like an headless chicken at times. I think the tactics let him down. Danny 5 loses the points for the dive. Yeah, the dive was appalling, really.
Well, it was other end tours. Was it a dive then? Because it was like the other end tours. It looked like a dive.
Mate. It was
definitely a
embarrassing.
dive.
Yeah, it was bad as well, mate. It was really bad. You can't go diving like that. What's the next player? On him. Archie Gray struggled, didn't he, really?
Yeah, didn't get any service.
Yeah, no service. I don't want to rate a 17-year-old kid, to be fair. I don't want to be disrespectful to him, so I'm not going to rate.
I've always said the same, Lee. I want if he does well, I'll praise him. But if he has a standard game or a poor game, I'm not going to say out about a 17-year-old kid. I just can't.
I'm not going to rate the subs because they didn't have enough time. I thought Cover did all right when he come on. Other than that, they didn't really have much time. Matt, I'm sure. What are we giving him?
0.
You're the voice of reason.
I've lost it, Lee. I can't deal with him anymore.
Do you know what I'm giving him? Do you know what I'm giving him, Lee? I'm giving him a P45, mate. P45.
I think it's just obviously we're all angry and all mad and all upset, but I think it was mentioned earlier by Tom, the fact that like no one does seem bothered in the club. Like, yes, there were boos at the end of the game, but you've still got 30% of the fan base who were trying to give this guy a chance. You know, if you listen to the other podcast, I've not listened to it, I'm sure they'll be praising, I'm sure, for something. So that's the issue we've got. You can't, a set of fans can't rally against the manager until most of the fans are going in the same direction. So we've still got 30% at least of I'm sure fans, and while we've got that, we're not going to get anywhere. Now, I felt, like someone else said earlier, that the fact that the ground is now becoming emptier and emptier and emptier, I thought that would have, that would take its toll on the chairman. You know, he's all about money. He's all about getting money from this and that. I honestly thought when the stadium started being empty, he would take action, but he hadn't done. So I don't think there's anything else that we can do. Yeah, you could do a protest, but I don't think a protest will work. I just don't think nothing's going to work. I really don't. We just have to sit here and just accept it. That's what it seems like to me. If you want to go, go. If you don't want to go, then don't go. I can't see anything changing.
Billy, I'll have a pop down to Realm tomorrow to see what they're actually doing training. Yeah, let us know.
That's I can't wait for the official site, on Tuesday or Wednesday to put a video out, and it's a camera, and it's asking them, like, I don't know, some number, what's your favourite takeaway? What's your favourite this, that? Who cares when they do that? Jesus Christ, we don't care. Bloody hell.
Maybe I'll have a bit of
I'm
marathon
with you,
tomorrow.
mate.
That's where they'll be.
Bears, I'm with you. What's your favourite takeaway? What's your favourite sex position?
Just ridiculous.
You know what? It's one of them.
Tony's already got people season
I honestly feel like the club and the media are taking, like the club's media are taking a piss out of fans. I really do.
They are, mate. The club's taking the piss out of them.
I genuinely agree.
And like
with
Callum
Bez,
says,
what you said, I agree. I agree, Bez.
They've got your money already. Don't care. The other podcast, I get slated for anything negative. They love Hamshaw on there and think he's worn Mark II. He isn't. Is he? No, he's definitely not, mate. He's not at all like one, because as much I was like Paul Warne. I would say about Paul Warne, he was a good man manager. I think he could get buy-in of players. Matt Hamshaw hasn't got that skill set, and that's the difference. But it's a massive difference because he can't get players motivated. He can't get, and tactically he's all over the place. Warren was tactically poor anyway, but he got away with it quite a lot because he was a good man manager. He cared about people.
Richie Barker was the
tactician. Yeah, I'm going to say that as well.
Richie Barker was a tactician. Warner was the man manager and made everybody feel good. Barker was
that's what I agree with, Tom, because I said if we wanted somebody like Warren back from that sort of era, I'd have gone for Richie Barker as the manager.
100%. But Richie Barker obviously is Richie Barker the assistant at Milton Keynes?
Yeah, he's the assistant at Milton Keynes. He was a manager at Charlton, though. He did.
Portsmouth, manager of Portsmouth. Yeah. He didn't. He did struggle at Portsmouth. Like he managed them when they're in League Two, and they're expected to get promoted straight away. And I think he kept them down there for at least a year or two.
30 quid for a ticket for an home game. That's taking the piss. Sean, I managed the team last March at Millmore in the Kimmy Park charity game, and Paul Warren turned up to watch with that what I thought was an old bloke, and it turned out to be Romarsh Big Boy. I didn't recognise him from Adam. He was telling one of our players that he would never work for Tony Stewart again, and lo and behold, a month later, he replaced Steve Evans. Anyone know how old Big Boy actually is? I would have put him down in his mid-50s. Does anybody actually know how old Matt Hamshaw is?
He's 44, isn't he? 44?
He played with my mate at the Sheffield Wednesday.
He's 44. He's 44 or 43. Sean,
44, yeah. He turned 44 on 1st of January.
There we go. Sean, sorry, pal. I just realised you're in here whilst we're talking utter nonsense about our football team. Yeah. Do you remember a player called Alan Lee?
Alan Lee, yeah. He might have been a bit before I started going to games, but I did know of him, yeah.
He's an absolute legend at our club, Sean. So I just thought I'd bring you back in for a second.
Yeah, because I think I remember him at us. It was us, Palace, Huddersfield, Euro Never Club, I think.
Was he at Palace, Alan Lee? Was he?
Yeah, he was relegated to Wednesdays, didn't he?
Yeah. Alan Lee relegated Wednesday and Leeds United. He's literally a legend.
Yeah.
Alan Lee is a legend at our club, Sean. So thanks for the cash for him.
Yeah, Wayne says we go down to the training ground, but you can't see anything. Is it not open anymore? I know that.
No, they won't be. They'll be doing a marathon with Burberry, won't they? Won't be training.
Ultra marathon.
Shit all season, even during the mega unbeaten run of ours. He thinks he's been needs to give him his P45. Minus 100 for Hamshaw. Minus 10 for Hamshaw. Like Baz Nombe, overrated. Take 2 million all day. Pays for Tony's next holiday. Oh yeah, he'll be paying for his next holiday with the Nombe money. Last time I saw Alan Lee played against under 21s as overage player for Ipswich under 21s.
Yeah.
Well done for Sean tonight. Good knowledge and level-headed, balanced and fair opinions. Yeah, it's been great, Sean. Unfortunately, some of Cardiff followers are not as knowledgeable as Sean and don't have the balls like Sean does, because he can come on and talk football. I'll be a bit worried for some of his mates, because probably tomorrow they'll be lurking around some school looking for children, which is a bit odd. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Are you confident, Sean, that Cardiff can go on and win the league now? So I'll get the table up for you as well. So you're sat top of the table, 63 points from 30 games.
I think we will win it overall. Luckily this weekend we have a sort of advantage because Lincoln and Bolton are playing this weekend, which could be our opportunity to gain more points over either of them. But yeah, I think we will win it overall, especially when our two best players are back as well.
Yeah. So who's coming up as runners up to you then, Sean?
In spite of how far ahead, well, in this case, in spite of how far behind they are, I think Bolton will beat Lincoln to second. If I'm completely honest,
I agree with that. Yeah.
Because I think Lincoln very much remind me of what Wickham were like last season. So they were like really good for the majority of the season, but then dropped off somewhere along the line. And Bolton look really promising and look like they will be that team that gets themselves over the line.
Yeah, I think I agree with Sean. I think the top two will be Cardiff, and then I think it'll be Bolton. I think you'll win it. Bolton will come runners up. Who are you picking for the playoffs?
That will be a difficult one. I'd say it's probably going to be between. If I had to guess right now, between. I'd say Lincoln will get that will win the playoffs this year, because I think they do have what it takes to win.
I'd like to see Lincoln do it.
Plus, I mean, Stockport could be a shout, as could Bradford maybe, but yeah, I think Lincoln will have what it takes to win the playoffs overall.
Yeah, I think they'll fall at the last hurdle. I think it's between, for me, Stockport and Luton. I think obviously Stockport, with the re-signing of the winger that they got back, is it Barry, his name? I think he's a quality player, and I think it'll be between Stockport and Luton for the playoff spot. Cardiff, for me, out of the two games we've played, I think they have been the best team. And I think Bolton are the other team that I've seen that have been sort of the best team other than that. Rotherham are the worst team we've played twice. Absolutely awful. Nothing there at all. Yeah, totally agree. We have been awful this season. There's no denying that at all. Wayne Earl says Luton will win. It would surprise me if we win the league and Bolton come second best footballing opponent I've seen. Decent team and a good manager. I hope Lincoln beat Bolton to the second spot. Big game for Cardiff on Saturday, March 7th against Lincoln at home. So you got Lincoln at home on March 7th. You're going to win that, Sean?
Yeah, we do. I I have confidence we will win it purely because of how amazing we have been at home.
Yeah.
Because I think there's only, as I said a bit earlier, I think there's only 2 teams who've beaten us whilst we've been at home this season.
Yeah, so you got a good home record. So, yeah, I mean, we beat Lincoln, believe it or not, 3-0 at home. So if we can beat them 3-0, you might go and beat them 6-0. I think in Huddersfield for the playoffs, they've got their spending count for something. They spent a fortune and have an actual manager now. Yeah, another team that got rid of Grant. The manager was letting them down. We've still got ours. Huddersfield with Liam Manning are the ones to watch. Yeah, mate. Yeah. Cardiff, Luton, and Bolton via the playoffs. Christian Davis, Burton, Bolton, and Bradford. I think beat us at home.
So Bolton, that was away from home.
Right. So you lost.
Bolton's away from home.
Yeah. And then I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to make you more miserable because I'm going to show you the bottom half of the table. And I'll move the banner so we can hide that. So, guys, second bottom, 23rd for 29 games, just 31 points and a minus 12 goal difference. And people ask us what the problem is. Why are you not giving Matt Hamshaw more time? Why are you so upset?
The ones with Evans out with 10th in league. Look where we are now.
They did. They were calling
Evans out 10th in league. Yeah.
Well, he's not going to get us promoted, but they don't call this man out who's going to actually get us relegated.
We've got to give him time, though, haven't we, Lee? We've got to give him time.
Yeah, game time. It's a rebuild. All the players are out of contract again next season, including the ones he signed this season. They're all on loan.
Yep.
Crackers. Port Vale for me are down. So who's the bottom 4? I'll start with you, Sean, because you're impartial. So who do you think are going to be the bottom 4?
Okay, it'll be a difficult one actually, because I still think it could be anyone's guess at who still goes down, apart from Port Vale, who I think we all know are going down.
Yeah.
So yeah, bottom Port Vale, second bottom. It's a difficult one actually. I'm going to go for Northampton, second bottom, because I think they're a very inconsistent team, and I think they've lost like way too many games this season to. So for me, I think, and for me, I don't know who they've got left, because I know they're playing us either the last game or second last game as well. So yeah, I think Northampton will be 23rd, 22nd. I'm going to go for Wigan, 22nd. Right. And 21st, I'm going to say Doncaster. The reason I think Rotherham are going to stay up is because I believe that sooner or later that sacking is going to come for Hamshaw.
I hope you're right, Sean.
Lee, who's our fixtures we've got?
Well, after these next 2, it's difficult because we've got Bradford, Peterborough.
We're down.
We've got quite difficult games after the 2 easier games. That's the problem. If we lose them, you're giving the manager a right shit show. I'd sack him now. So he's got these 2 games to get a good win. You get the new manager bounce, which will guarantee us the victory over crap teams. And then we'll go into the harder games with a bit of winning mentality again, for me. So, Bez, what's your bottom 4, mate?
Port Vale, Northampton, Burton, and Rotherham.
So you think Rotherham go down?
Yeah. I don't think he'll get sacked.
Oh, God. Okay. Pete? Your bottom four, mate.
I don't want to do it. Port Vale, Northampton, Leighton Orient,
Oh.
and
Phil
Donny.
predicted. I like that.
If it will scrape it, I've just got a feeling,
Phil
but I don't know.
Leighton Orient as well.
They're in free fall, aren't they? Then.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Port Vale, Northampton, Doncaster, and Leighton Orient. So same as you, really, but in different order. Tom, what's your bottom four, mate?
I gave it last night, so I do apologise if this changes. But Port Vale, Burton.
Yeah, I think I put Burton last night, but I think they're going to stay up now.
I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it tonight as well, gents, because, listen, I was hoping for some news today, and it's utter madness, right? So, Port Vale, Donny, Northampton, and us.
So two of you are predicting us to go down, two are predicting to stay up, and the neutral is predicting us to stay up because he thinks Hampshire will get sacked at some point. Cardiff Fan, another neutral one. Leighton Orient, Wigan, Port Vale and Northampton down. Rotherham will survive the last game of the season. Again,
cheers, Paul.
Right, Paul. I do hope you're right. After the Bradford game, we've got Plymouth. No intentions of sacking him. If he can't be sacked after 9 defeats on the bounce, he'll never will. And all Tony's doing, unfortunately. Yeah,
Russ, top lad, good lad, Russ.
He is, yeah. And I think he's right. I don't think we're going to sack him. No matter how bad it gets, I think he's here. Scott Kent says Vale, Rotherham, Burton and Northampton. So another Rotherham fan thinks we will go down. This is a good shout from Jonathan, actually. I think Barnsley are in serious trouble. They're in free fall. I know they've played a lot of games left, but they've lost the best players.
They've got plenty of games in hand, Lee. Barnsley will be all right. Trust me. They'll be fine.
One of which is against us.
Yeah, but your team's poor.
Blackpool, Wigan, Northampton and Port Vale. I'll try and boost you a bit. Dive in. Cheers, Jonathan. By the way, Port Vale held Cardiff to a 0-0 at home. That true, Sean?
Yeah, right. It was the first away game of the season. Yeah, it was the first away game of the season.
The 3 points that Burton will get at the weekend will help them out. So, yeah, I mean, it is a bit of a doom and gloom, guys, isn't it, really? It's too... I don't know where we go. If we can stay up. The only one I rate at Barnsley is Clary. He's a kid and his first season in senior football. He won't carry them to survival, surely. More fight in Pocus Paul. Pacifist Paul.
Pacifist Paul. Pacifist Paul. That means they don't use weapons, Lee. They don't use anger or guns or fighting, basically.
But you need them players fighting for every ball and run, work for it. That's the problem. Our players don't seem to be able.
Can you see Hampshire winning 5 more games? Because I can't.
No.
Good point, Pete.
That's what we need, isn't it?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
We've already won 8 all season, and it's February.
Exact, Pete. Well done, mate. Yeah, good point.
Yeah,
time's
good call.
ticking, isn't it?
Yeah, good call. I didn't think of it like that, to be fair. Yeah, we've only won 8 games all season, so we've got to do something that we haven't done all season and win another 5 games, like in less amount of time. We haven't got 29 games to do it this time.
No.
Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. A good run at the right time, and when we needed it, you'll see loads. But we have been awful. Make no mistake. Up to press. Haven't looked at your fixtures. Can you put them up so we can try and guess the wins? Has anybody got the fixtures at hand? Can they get them up, or who we've got left? And we'll quickly discuss them before we go. Got loads of people watching us again. Thank you for everybody that has watched as well. I do apologise for the stupidity at times that went on in the chat. I do apologise for that. Like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but when it gets to that level of nonsense, it becomes silly. So do apologise for some of the chat in there. So yeah, has anybody got the fixtures up?
Okay, there are games these, you know.
Who have we got then?
Burton, Donny, Bradford, Plymouth, Mansfield, Huddersfield, Bolton, Peterborough, Lincoln, Luton, Stevenage, Port Vale, Barnsley, Wigan, Leyton Orient, Reading, then Wickham. Can you see 5 wins there? I can't.
Port Vale we should beat.
It's away though, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're terrible. We should beat Stevenage. Northampton beat Stevenage. They're on free fall. I heard people calling for Revel to get sacked. Stevenage fans. They're on the side. So I'd say,
which is a bit mental by Stevenage fans, to be honest with you. Which is really strange
we
behaviour.
should beat Donny. Their pants and all. Should beat Donny. Plymouth are not that good. They're only 6 points above us, Plymouth.
Well,
we can do it. Boys, come on. We can do it. If listen, I'm telling you now, if Matt Amshaw gets sacked, we're definitely doing it. But yeah, it's not good. Tom Swift says we are fucked. Stevenage are on the slide. Their opinions aren't needed on this great podcast, Busher. Cheers, Russ.
Go on, Russ. Good lad, Russ.
Yeah. Me and Tom did react quite heavily, but it is what it is, isn't it?
It is, but there's also, I would never comment on anything calling people the words that they were calling, us. So, do you know what? You have a look at yourself in the mirror tomorrow, some of you, right? And have a word with yourself. Would you say that to your boss? You say that to your mum? Say that to your dad? Say that to somebody you didn't like? I don't think you would. So, do you know what? Grow up, grow a pair, and come on here if you want. But do you know what? Stop being a keyboard warrior. Utter twats.
Yep. Stevenage are on the slide. Yep, they are. Paul says all winnable then. And now you're going to believe us. The Reds are staying up. And that's what I'm going to finish on. We are going to stay up. So don't worry about it. We've got to stay up. We should not be in this position. I am totally disappointed at the club that they've not sacked Matt Amshaw. Bez, what are your thoughts on it all? Were you expecting an announcement today, or do you think we're just stuck with him?
No, I wasn't expecting an announcement. I think I just, as I've already said, I can't see him getting sacked. I think if maybe they lost to Burton and then Donny, then maybe he gets sacked.
Then it's too late, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, what I can see happening, I can see Rotherham picking up like 2 points or maybe 1 win in those 2 games, and then that keeps him in a job for another month. And I just think that's going to happen going forward. Like they'll win, like so they beat Exeter 4-0, and that's kept in a job for 2 weeks, and then they'll kick up another lucky win, and that'll keep in a job for another 2 weeks. They'll just carry on like that. I think that's what I can see anyway happening.
Pete, what about yourself, mate?
Yeah, I think Bez has nailed it there, hasn't he? He's going nowhere, is he? He'd have got, obviously, when we lost 9 in a row, he should have got sacked then. I just can't see him getting sacked.
Crazy. Tom?
Yeah, I mean, look, the 9 in a row crack was mental, right? I seen on radio idiots Phil today that was it Pedersen at Wednesday? They've lost 9 in a row and not scored a goal or something daft like that. They've not scored in 9 games or whatever, right? But he's there because they're in administration because they can't afford to sack him, right? So I've always said anybody that loses that many matches in a row will get sacked unless you're in administration. So listen, I mean it's mental. Yeah, we drew with the Wombles of Wimbledon, the tennis idiots, right? Beat Northampton just. Yep. You know, blew Exeter away in five minutes. Exeter obviously had a massive off day. And then we've gone and lost 3-0 to Cardiff, right? Against 10 men at home. And I'm not going to go over that again. Look, I've already had my meltdown, right? Listen, it's time the club, right? Have a look. We are literally over the trap door right now. So, look, I know they're not going to be listening to me. But do you know what? Yeah, it needs to change. Ryan Lowe got sacked from Wigan. My mate who was married to a Wigan bird, engaged to a Wigan bird, saying, "Oh well, Ryan Lowe's gone. We'll start leapfrogging you now." Look, come on. People will manage us. They will come to us. They will have fresh ideas. But I can't believe the stubbornness of this current board. But anyway, yeah. Look,
I mean, I'm with Bez. I think once people stop going. You thought that would have been the wake-up call, but it hasn't been that. He's still managed to survive it. I'm with Bez. I think he's a businessman. As soon as people stop going, that's why I think Evans went, because the crowd,
of course,
dwindle, in the end. And it was the reason he came, to bring the crowds back. Sean, your final thought. Obviously, you think that Amshaw will go. When?
Well, I'm amazed it hasn't happened already, to be honest. It should really happen like immediately. I'd say it should happen immediately, because it's really hard to see where you're going to get this next win from if he doesn't go.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Sean. Go through final comments before we go, and then we'll get off. I think there are managers out there that would generally excited to work with Gray, Nombe, and Gore. The who would come argument is kind of lazy. Yeah, totally agree with you, Danny. I think that's a good point. If we do sack him, it will be after Donny Tankers. Yeah, and that would get a toxic game. Steve Evans doesn't look right skinny, does it? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Totally agree. The result versus Exeter is big, though. They were in decent form. There will be no one there at Donny if he's still in charge, surely. There will be ups and downs till the end of the season. We'll survive and believe a few points tops a finish of 19th. So Russ quite confident we will finish 19th. So, like I said, thank you again for watching. We will be live again on Wednesday for the Premier League show. And Bez will be back on Thursday for the midweek Millers. It may be a little bit different this week. I'll have a chat. Are you all right to stay on after this, Bez? And we'll have a quick chat about that.
Yeah.
Because you've got no game. So we'll look at something for that Thursday. Then we'll have the FPL on Friday. And then it'll be a weekend off from after-match reactions because there is no game. I want to thank Sean for coming on, giving his view on Cardiff. Very knowledgeable about his team. He's happy that they've won. And we'll probably have you on again as well at the end of the season, or our end of season one, and you can talk about your promotion back to the Championship, hopefully for you, mate. I want to thank Tom, who's back from Glasgow. Legend as always. Want to thank the voice of reason, Pete. Legend as always, mate. Great knowledge.
Cheers,
and keep everything on an even keel. And I want to thank the legend that is Bez as well. He had his little rant today, which were nice to see. Well, it wasn't nice to see, but it is nice to see because we've had chats over the last 2 weeks, and he's kind of been falling out of love with Rotherham altogether. But to actually see him getting angry and passionate shows that there still is fire in that belly. And I think there is for all of us. Otherwise, why else would we be here on a fucking Monday night? We'd be doing something much better, wouldn't we? So we all love us football club. We all want to get back on an even keel. I want to say congratulations, Cardiff. Deserved winners at the weekend. We can't complain about a 3-0 defeat, even though I called it. So I have to hold my upstairs, Sean. Well done. You didn't get the correct score right, but you did get closer than I did. So fair play to you. And like I said, all the best to Cardiff. Thanks for the Cardiff fans that have come in and been respectful. Not everybody's been a bit of an idiot on here. So I want to thank the ones that have come in. Like Paul, good luck. I hope everything goes well for you. Paul and a few other Cardiff fans have been absolutely excellent. So we're not going to tarnish all the Cardiff fans with the same brush, because that's not just the case. There has been some really good, healthy debate in here. And actually, in fairness, some of the Cardiff fans have predicted us to stay up when some of us have not predicted us to stay up. So I hope they're right. A couple one, come on, it's always the same names pulling the who would come cards out. Yeah, we know about them, mate. We've got their numbers marked. We know who is complicit in this absolute monstrosity of a season. Want to thank everybody again in the chat. Some familiar faces in there. Really do support you guys supporting the channel. And the positive comments. It does mean a lot to the guys that come on as well. Because believe it or not, we are all human. So when people are directing abuse at you constantly and making horrible accusations, it isn't nice for people to hear or see. So you do have to respect these people for putting the face to their views and their thoughts, despite getting the abuse that they do. I can aim your abuse at me all you want, guys, because I'm going to take it. But these guys that come on with me, don't put the abuse at them as well. If you've got your gripes, send them my way. I won't lose any sleep. So when I look in the mirror, I'm sexy. When I go to bed, I'm sexy. When I wake up, I'm sexy. When I drive my car, I'm sexy. So your opinions of me are going to mean absolutely nothing. They go over here, over there somewhere. And then the next minute I'm on a plane and I'm in the sunshine. So don't worry about me. I'm good. Thank you for watching, guys. Please like the video. Please share the video. And yeah, as we always say, not for you this one, Sean. Put your ears up the Millers.
Up the Millers.
Up the Millers.